The Republican Party, once a pillar of conservative principles, now finds itself teetering on the edge of forgotten values. A new force has taken hold, a populist wave fueled by anger, resentment, and a yearning for a bygone era that never existed. This is the MAGA movement, and its grip on the GOP threatens to undermine the very foundations of American democracy. Once a party of ideas, it now dances to the tune of a demagogue, its core principles sacrificed at the altar of personality. The traditional values of fiscal responsibility, limited government, and individual liberty have been cast aside. In their place stands a dangerous cocktail of nationalism, protectionism, and a disdain for the very institutions that have made America a beacon of hope for centuries. Let's be clear, this is not conservatism. It is a twisted caricature, a perversion of long-held beliefs for short-term political gain. The party of Lincoln, the party that fought against slavery and championed civil rights, now finds itself aligned with those who peddle in fear and division. It is a stunning fall from grace, a cautionary tale of what happens when ambition trumps principle. The Republican Party stands at a crossroads. It can choose the path of division and demagoguery, or it can rediscover its commitment to the values that have long guided this nation. The choice is clear, but the clock is ticking. The MAGA movement claims the mantle of conservatism, but their actions tell a different story. They preach fiscal responsibility while ballooning the national debt. They espouse limited government while seeking to control the most personal aspects of people's lives. They wrap themselves in the flag while undermining the very institutions that protect our freedoms. This is not conservatism. It is opportunism disguised as ideology. Traditional conservatism values individual liberty above all else. It recognizes that the government that governs best governs least. Yet, the MAGA movement seeks to impose its will on everything from healthcare to education to the very definition of marriage. They claim to be pro-business while enacting policies that stifle competition and innovation, allowing giant corporations to accumulate more power and wealth. Their brand of nationalism is not about love of country, but about fear and resentment of the other. They demonize immigrants, stoke racial tensions, and pit Americans against each other for political gain, distracting us from the truth. This is not patriotism. It is a perversion of the very idea of America. The MAGA movement's version of law and order is equally distorted. They champion law enforcement while turning a blind eye to police brutality and our justice system. They demand respect for the flag while showing contempt for the Constitution. Their hypocrisy knows no bounds, and their cynicism is breathtaking. Let's call it what it is. Hypocrisy, plain and simple. The MAGA movement thrives on it, weaponizes it. They rail against government spending while pushing tax cuts for the wealthy. They champion family values while defending a man who bragged about assaulting women. Their words are hollow, their promises empty. They claim to be the party of the working class, but their policies benefit the wealthy and powerful at the expense of everyone else. They promise to drain the swamp while enriching themselves and their cronies. They claim to be patriots, but they attack the free press, undermine our elections, and threaten violence against their political opponents. Their hypocrisy is not just a matter of political expediency. It is a deliberate strategy. They understand that their base is driven by emotion, not logic. So they feed them a steady diet of fear, anger, and resentment, all while lining their own pockets and consolidating their power. The MAGA movement's hypocrisy is a cancer on American democracy. It erodes trust in our institutions, undermines our shared values, and makes it impossible to have a rational conversation about the challenges facing our nation. It is time to call them out for what they are: frauds and charlatans who are more interested in power than in principle. I hope this video helps shed some light on our current political journey. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay healthy and live your best life.